Yep, I'm so agree with the motion. A complaint from the public should not show excessively. Moreover, it's our own privacy because it can influence other people to do arbitrarily to human that show their mourning and grievances. It's
So to respond the case, please welcome the closing government from Cluedo. Please welcome Yanti, government member Yanti.
Yes. Public figure mourning and grievance should not be excessively portrayed. I agree with the motion because public figure are people that have always shown that would also have privacy. Don't have every activity or every what kind they do is always be spotted by the camera. And also they have their own life, like their activity is not supposed highlighted. And then they also want a quiet life, especially now that news is more than the actual situation. That the news is like have more and more like they have announced news, not that like an actual. The incident that happened was not like that, so that it creates bad speculations to the public and discard the public image of the figure. And also the attitude is always the highlighted by the camera, and public service has experiential. So they can make people thinking of the very bad attitude. If they every day their every life always have been spotted by the cameraman is not also good because it's mourning that's crazy thing that they do. And so the public figure is not always have to be portrayed. I think that's enough. Thank you.
Thank you for the government member. You spoke for 1 minute 40 seconds. So please welcome the opening closing opposition. Tania.
Okay. Because starter have to write away this mind habits to healthy people because a public figure have a privacy to get their morning. It's not having getting out and ring in the door once gets out sleep and if the person in happy person that will kill your happiness faster than waking I can happy and to a new day a new start happy people begin each day new they wake up each day is the beginning and we have grateful to feeling the graduate and to start your day for the morning routine, happy obstacles to your around taping to great breaks needs their gains. Um, and number five, meditation and start you have a day with exercise. Number seven, you have bed. You will only silly be beginning your day by making your bed can use you you are for feeling ready to on the world and enough. Thank you.
All right. You spoke for 1 minute 25 seconds.
Yes.
To respond the case from the opposition member, please welcome government whip. Sri, time is yours. Sorry, I cannot hear you. Please unmute your mic. Unmute. Dari komputernya, Dek, di unmute.
Okay. Um, Previously, public figures are people who have influence in society, both formal and informal. If public figures emphasize their personal lives too much, it will make the community more flexible to judge their life. For example, the wedding of Atta and Aurel, it raises pro and contra, where some people think that they are too um, too flaunty their.
So to respond the case, please welcome opposition member Dhea. Time is yours.
Okay. Times are growing. Technology is getting more sophisticated. Teachers use social media to convey information to their students. However, from the many search results, it was stated that initially emails and forums in cyberspace were used by teachers to communicate with their students, then developed through social networks, Facebook and Twitter. This is where the beginning of the discussion, where the beginning of friendship can lead to conflict or other problems. Therefore, all social media users should be able to understand that when they agree to a friend request from someone, to consequences of a conflict can occur at any time. Like this, when a lecturer or teacher receives a friend request from a student, the consequence is that each person must be able to maintain their behavior, not only must comply with the terms of conditions or applicable legal rules, but also must accept the fact that other norms and ethics must be respected in the friendship that is formed. Okay, I think that's it.
Thank you for your speech. You spoke for 1 minute and 13 seconds. So to respond the case, please welcome Government Whip Novita.
Talking about teachers, most of us are certainly very familiar with the title of educators, namely unmet heroes. But let's have a little look at the performance of teachers as educators in an era of rapid technological development. The use of social media as a learning medium used by teachers and students is the discussion in this paper. Why is social media being brought up to? Because the correlation or relationship hardly intersects. Therefore, let's draw the relationship that will be intimate between teachers and social media. With the assistance of social media, students can access various information from various parts of the world and various materials. It is very ironic if students with smartphones and social media are very good at providing information in front of teachers who are still assistants from these communication tools, and we can only access information from printed media or newspaper and books, even if you have time to read. Therefore, few of us, namely teachers, are not allowed to focus too much on communicating with students via social media. Thank you.
Thank you for your speech. You spoke for 1 minute and 34 seconds. So to respond the case and also to close all of the debate, please welcome opposition whip Tiara. Time is yours.
Okay, as we know that times are growing, it's okay to teachers to talk with their student in media social because there are some way to talk to make a relationship to them. I mean that relation with teacher and only student, yeah. But we also know that this pandemic COVID-19, uh, it's not a good thing to meet or teach a student in real life because we know that there's not a good impact. Yeah. Then I really disagree if teachers should not be permitted to connect their student with social media because there are so advantage we also get if using social media. It's not only give a bad impact but also give so many positive impact. This example like if it make us easily collect our tasks without meet our teacher. So the conclusion that I get, the only way to contact student in this pandemic is by social media. And then we also know that everyone using social media to communication with all people. So I think it's okay to teacher to talk or connect the student with social media. I think just it.
Thanks for your speech. You spoke for 1 minute and 35 seconds.
To respond the case from the opening government, let's call the leader of the opposition. The leader of the opposition, Ms. Tiara, time is yours.
Okay, a work environment is any location in which people perform work for money. In most cases, this term applies to location such office or store. The traditional work environment is quickly changed. Then traditional of work environment discourage and punish risk-taking, employees alone, and reward are skewed to individual performance. So it will not focus on working together in group to meet the goals. I think just it.
These days, it's easier to identify traditional culture, characteristics, and practice from their potential drawbacks than it is to conduct a simple online search. Companies with traditional workplace cultures are often bureaucratic and on the bright side. This can mean that they benefit from stability, structured communication, central authority, and decision-making and consistency. Within such companies, there is a certain level of professionalism when it comes to work hours, personal space, and work-related responsibilities and communications. Okay, enough from me.
Okay, thank you very much, Deputy Leader of the Opposition. You spend time 50 seconds.